My fellow citizens, Namaskar. It gives me great pleasure to greet all the people of India living in the country and abroad on the eve of Independence Day. August 15 fills us with the excitement of unfurling the tricolor, taking part in celebrations, and listening to the patriotic songs. On this day, the youth of India should feel the special pride of being citizens of a free nation. We gratefully remember our freedom fighters whose sacrifices have enabled us to live in an independent nation. The ethos of our freedom struggle forms the foundation of modern India. Our visionary leaders brought together a diversity of world views to forge a common national spirit. They were committed to the cause of liberating Bharat Mata from oppressive foreign rule and securing the future of her children. Their thoughts and actions shaped the identity of India as a modern nation. We are fortunate that Mahatma Gandhi became the guiding light of our freedom movement. As much a saint as a political leader, he was a phenomenon that could have happened only in India. Troubled by social strife, economic problems, and climate change, the world seeks relief in Gandhiji's teachings. His quest for equality and justice is the mantra for our republic. I am glad to see the younger generation rediscover Gandhiji. Dear fellow citizens, the celebrations of Independence Day this year will be rather restrained. The reason is obvious. The whole world comforts a deadly virus which has disputed all activities and taken a huge toll. It has altered the world as we lived in before the pandemic. It is very reassuring the note that the central government, while anticipating the tremendous challenge, responded effectively and well in time. For a country so vast and diverse with high population density, meeting this challenge requires superhuman effects. All state governments took measures in accordance with local circumstances. People also supported wholeheartedly. With our committed efforts, we have succeeded in containing the magnitude of pandemic and saving a large number of lives. This is worth emulating by the wider world. The nation is indebted to doctors, nurses, and other health workers who have been continuously on the forefront of our fight against this virus. Unfortunately, many of them have lost their lives fighting the pandemic. They are our national heroes. All corona warriors deserve high praise. They go much beyond their call of duty to save lives and ensure essential services. These doctors, health workers, members of disaster management teams, police personnel, sanitation workers, delivery staff, transportation, railway and aviation personnel, providers of various services, government employments, social service organizations, and generous citizens have been scripting inspiring stories of courage and selfless service. When cities and towns go quiet and roads are deserted, they work tirelessly to ensure that people are not deprived of health care and relief, water and electricity, transport and communication facilities, milk and vegetables, food and groceries, medicine and other essentials. They risk their own lives to save our lives and livelihood. Dear fellow citizens, the poor and daily wage earners are the worst hit by the pandemic. In order to support them through the phase of crisis, virus containment efforts have been supplemented by welfare interventions. The government has enabled crores of people to earn their livelihood and mitigate the impact of jobless, dislocated, and disruption caused by the pandemic. The government continues to extend its helping hand through a number of initiatives supported wholeheartedly by the corporate sector, civil society, and citizens. Committed to taking care of our people stranded anywhere in the world. The government has brought back more than 10 lakh Indians under the Vande Bharat mission. Indian Indian Railways has been operating train services in these challenging circumstances to facilitate travel and transportation of people and goods. Confident of our strengths, we reached out to help our countries in their fight against COVID 19. In responding to calls from countries for supply of medicines, India has once again shown that it stands by the global community in times of distress. We have been at the forefront in involving regional and global strategies for an effective response to the pandemic. The overwhelming support India got at the election for the non permanent seat of the United Nations Security Council is a testimony to goodwill we enjoy internationally. It has been the tradition of India that we do not just live for ourselves, but we live for the well being of the entire world. India's self reliance means being self sufficient without alienating or creating distance from the world. It implies that India will continue to engage with the world economy while maintaining its identity. Dear fellow citizens, the world now realizes what our sages had said long ago. The global community is but one family. However, even while the world community needs to fight together against the greatest challenge before humanity, some in our neighborhood tried to carry out their misadventures of expansion. Our brave soldiers laid down their lives defending our borders. Those were the sons of Bharat Mata lived and died for national pride. Every Indians feel grateful to their family members. Their bravery in battle has demonstrated that while we believe in peace, we are also capable of giving a battling response to any attempt of aggression. We are proud of the members of our armed forces, paramilitary forces, and police employees who protect the borders and ensure our eternal security. I believe that in the fight against COVID 19, life and livelihood both are essential. We have looked at the current crisis as an opportunity to initiate reforms to revitalize the economic for the benefit of all, especially farmers and small entrepreneurs. Landmark reforms have been introduced in agriculture sector. Now farmers can have barrier-free trade and get the best price for their produce anywhere in the country. The Essential Commodities Act has been amended to remove certain regulatory restrictions on farmers. This will help raise farmers' income. My dear fellow citizens, we have learned some tough lessons in the year 2021. The invisible virus has demolished the illusion that human being is the master of nature. I believe it is still not too late for humanity to correct its course and live in harmony with nature. The pandemic, like climate change, has awakened the global community to our shared destiny, in my view. Human centric collaboration is more important than economic centric inclusion in the present context. The greater this change, the better it will be for the humanity. The 21st century should be remembered as the country where humanity put aside differences and collaborated to save the planet. The second lesson is that we all are equal before Mother Nature, as we primarily depend on our fellow residents for survival and growth. Coronavirus does not recognize any artificial divisions created by human society. This reinforces the belief that we need to rise above all man made differences, prejudice, and barriers. Compassion and mutual help have been adopted as basic values by the people in India. We need to further strengthen this virtue in our conduct. Only then can we create a better future for us. The third lesson is about augmenting health infrastructure. Public hospitals and laboratories have been leading the fight against COVID 19. Public health services help the poor cope with the pandemic. In view of this, public health needs to be expanded and strengthened. These lessons will prove useful to humanity. The younger generation has learned the lesson well, and I believe that the future of India is safe in their hands. These are difficult times for all of us, more so for our youth. The closure of our educational institutions would have caused anxiety among our girls and boys, casting a shadow over their dreams and aspirations for the time being. However, I would like to remember them that these difficult times won't last, and they should not give up working for their dreams. The past is full of inspiring examples of exciting reconstruction of societies. Economics are very low. I am sure that our country and youth have a bright future. My dear fellow citizens, when India won freedom, many believe that our experiment with democracy will not last long. They saw our ancient traditions and rich diversity as hurdles in demonstration of our policy. But we have always nurtured them as our strengths that make the largest democracy in the world so vibrant. India has to continue playing its leading role for the betterment of humanity. The patience and freedom being demonstrated